About a year ago, I made a video going over 10 of Fallout's greatest unsolved mysteries. So today, in honor of yet another spooky season, let's make yet another Unsolved Mysteries video. From the whereabouts of our fan-favorite characters to the myths and legends of the in-game universe, this is 10 more of Fallout's greatest unsolved mysteries. What is the Institutes Endgame? Operating beneath the remains of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology is the secretive and mysterious institute. With advanced technology and scientific prowess at their disposal, the Institute has baffled both wastelanders and players alike with their uncertain motivations. What truly is the Institute's endgame? What is their final goal? The Institute's endgame, or ultimate objective, still remains a subject of speculation and intrigue nearly a decade after the release of Fallout 4. As players play the game, they encounter the capabilities of the Institute's impressive technological advancements, including their creation of lifelike synthetic humans, their nuclear reactor, teleportation technology, and agricultural endeavors. They dabble in a bit of everything, yet the true purpose behind these advancements remains unknown. The Institute, while having an influence that goes beyond the former state of Massachusetts, their primary aim seems to be centered on the Commonwealth. As players navigate the wasteland, they will hear conflicting accounts of the Institute's nature. Some, mostly Institute scientists and informants themselves, view the Institute as a beacon of hope, a force working to restore order and stability to a fractured world. Others, however, paint a darker picture, portraying the Institute as a shadowy cabal that kidnaps and replaces people with their synthetic counterparts. But what is the Institute truly striving to achieve in the Commonwealth? The Institute's advanced technology could revolutionize the post-apocalyptic world, yet their actions often appear to be driven by more ambiguous motivations. Are they interested in genuinely helping humanity, like Father says they are, or are they pursuing a more self-serving agenda? One theory posits that the Institute aims to create a new world order, one where their advanced technology allows them to establish dominance over the wasteland survivors. Another suggests that the Institute is driven by a desire to control and manipulate the Commonwealth's resources for their exclusive benefit. And yet another speculates that their pursuit of perfection in synth technology might lead to the creation of an entirely synthetic society, one that is immune to the dangers of the post-apocalyptic world. Yet, as always, these are just theories. We may never know the true overarching goals of Fallout's underground faction. The Institute's advanced technology, coupled with their unclear motives, leaves us to ponder the true nature of their end goals. Are the Institute humanity's beacon of hope, or are they trying to snuff the torch of the Commonwealth? What happened to the Lone Wanderer? Fallout 3 follows the heroic journey the Lone Wanderer takes as they venture through the capital wasteland. But what happens to them after their exploits is a riddle that continues to occupy the minds of fans and players alike. Fallout 3 casts players into the desolate wasteland ravaged by nuclear Armageddon. As the Lone Wanderer, you venture forth from Vault 101 to brave this unforgiving landscape in search of your father. Guided by choice and circumstance, the Lone Wanderer shapes the destiny of the capital wasteland and its residents. Yet their own fate remains a mystery. At the conclusion of Fallout 3, an ending slideshow plays, summarizing the game and ending with a still of the Lone Wanderer walking off into the sunset. But there is no mention of what the Lone Wanderer proceeds to do after the end of the game. This narrative ambiguity was further emphasized in the Fallout 3 afterword within the official Fallout 3 game guide. In the absence of explicit canon, the Lone Wanderer's fate has become an enduring mystery that fuels many theories and debates. Some suggest that the Lone Wanderer continued to champion justice and aid the capital wasteland's inhabitants, while others propose a more somber fate, depicting a world-weary figure who retreated from the harsh realities that they once faced. The mystery deepens when considering the timeline between Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, as these games share a mere 10-year difference between settings. Fallout 4 alludes to the Lone Wanderer's existence through some dialogues with Deacon, but crucial details remain a secret. Some theories suggest that it's Deacon who is the Lone Wanderer. Moved by the Railroad's goals and having already saved the capital wasteland, this theory posits that Deacon made the trek to the Commonwealth to fight back against the Boogeyman Institute. Regardless, the lack of definitive closure invites speculation and allows players to create their own headcanons for what the Lone Wanderer did next. This open-endedness has fostered a unique bond between players and the character, as each person is granted the freedom to craft their own version of the Lone Wanderer's legacy. Were you a chem-addled force to be reckoned with, or a goody-two-shoes rule follower? The choice is yours. So yes, while the aftermath of Fallout 3 and the Lone Wanderer will forever remain one of Fallout's greatest mysteries, the only answer that really matters is whatever you come up with. Who is the Scribe? Randomly roaming the ravaged ruins of the Commonwealth is an elderly man known only as the Scribe. Acting as a wandering merchant, the Scribe is a level 4 armor vendor that can be recruited to one's settlements. But the existence of this character has led players to ask one unanswered question: who is the Scribe? Now, I'm sure numerous theories attempting to unmask the Scribe's true identity are out there, but one of the more interesting theories revolves around the connection between this simple armor trader and the head scribe from a former Brotherhood regime. Reginald Rothschild was the head scribe of Owen Lyon's Brotherhood of Steel. This theory states that when Squire Maxon took over as Elder, Scribe Rothschild, while once touting the ideals of the old Brotherhood, realized that Lyon's more altruistic beliefs provided a better pathway for the Steel. Rothschild grew disillusioned with Arthur Maxon's ways and left. Reginald Rothschild would adopt the moniker of the Scribe and seek a new purpose in the Commonwealth. While not much evidence exists to prove this theory outside of the absence of Rothschild in Fallout 4, it's an interesting theory nonetheless. Without much further concrete evidence, though, I'm afraid that the true identity of the Scribe will forever remain unknown. Who is the Postman? Another puzzling random encounter from Fallout 4 has prompted players and fans to question what exactly is going on in the Commonwealth. Along your travels, you may happen upon a deceased settler dressed up in a postman uniform. On his body are 3 letters that have gone undelivered for who knows how long. Based on the condition of the body and the letters making reference to aspects of the Commonwealth, I think it's safe to say that the postman is recently deceased. But the strangest thing about the man is that his circumstances seem to be at odds with the reality that surrounds him. What I mean by that is that unlike other wastelanders who are often found armed for self-defense, the postman roams the Commonwealth unarmed and alone. This strange behavior raises the question, who is the postman, and what is his role in the wasteland? Well, sure, to deliver letters, dodoy, but theories have been discussed. Some suggest that the postman may have once belonged to a non-violent and neutral faction with an emphasis on communication. A post-war postal service faction, if you will. In a world where phones are inoperable, groups need to be able to communicate, right? What's better than sending a little snail mail? Others theorize that he was a lone drifter, keeping busy to avoid going insane in the messed up world that is the Commonwealth wasteland. However, the postman's true nature, who he is, who he works for, why he's unarmed, and who killed him, will remain forever unknown. Could his existence just serve as a reference to the Postman book and movie? It's likely, but one thing is for certain. The Postman encounter leaves us with more questions than answers. A mystery that will likely go unsolved. What are the Zatans up to? Beyond the stars, an extraterrestrial race has taken a curious interest in the nuclear-scarred Earth. However, due to their lack of speaking a common language, their intentions and motivations remain hidden. The Zans, appearing in multiple installments of the Fallout series, are known for their advanced technology, bizarre and deadly experiments on humans, and their innate mysterious nature. Despite their limited appearances, their impact on the Fallout world is undeniable, leaving players questioning the reasons behind their actions. While the previous Fallout's Greatest Mysteries video questioned the Zans' need for all the giddy-up Buttercup toys they've abducted, this entry poses a broader question. What are the Zans up to? A prevailing theory proposes that the Zans have engaged in an extensive long-term observation and experimentation project concerning Earth's inhabitants. This notion suggests that their cryptic abductions and experiments serve a larger purpose: to understand the impact of human behavior after the cataclysmic societal collapse that followed the Great War. Witnessing Earth's nuclear cataclysm, they might be seeking insights and answers into both the origin of such destruction and the ways their own society can avoid a similar fate. Another interesting angle is the Zans' possible interest in Earth's diminishing resources. Their involvement in human affairs could stem from a desire to acquire the planet's scarce resources for their own gain. This aligns with the Zans' tendency to target military installations, as seen with the Clarabella 7, MPLX Nova Surge, and the abduction of Private Elliot Tokorian. Ironically enough, even after Fallout 76 released an alien-themed update, only more questions emerged. Is General Zeta the head honcho of the Zans? What is Homer Saperstein's role in all this? And who exactly is the emissary? Despite the Fallout franchise receiving more alien content, the role in which the Zans play in the overarching Fallout narrative remains as one of Fallout's greatest unsolved mysteries. Their presence continues to spark questions, reminding us that even amidst a post-apocalyptic world, sometimes the biggest mysteries lie in the cosmos. What is the true purpose of the vaults? Initially presented as shelters to protect humanity from nuclear devastation, Vault-Tech's infamous vaults hide complex and sinister experiments. While this tidbit of knowledge is well known, what eludes many fans is their true purpose. Why create vaults that have deadly contraptions? Just because it's cool? Surely, there is a grander purpose. At first glance, the vaults were marketed as safe havens designed to shield a select group of citizens from the horrors of nuclear war. Each vault boasted its unique facilities and amenities, promising a new beginning for those fortunate enough to secure a spot within. However, as everyone and their mother knows by now, the vaults were hosts to a series of strange and twisted experiments. The Vault experiments, a series of sociological and psychological tests, were orchestrated by Vault-Tec Corporation. These experiments range from the seemingly benign to the outright disturbing. Some vaults were subjected to situations that tested the limits of human morality, while others were subjected to conditions aimed at producing supernatural abilities or evaluating the impact of various controlled substances. The intentions of these vaults went beyond providing safety. Now, for what exactly is anyone's guess? Once upon a time, each vault experiment was meant to analyze various aspects of space travel with the intention of the Enclave using this data to flee Earth aboard a colony vessel to later inhabit and populate some other planet. But this idea was scrapped at some point, leaving the true purpose of these experiments as a mystery. The dark secrets and hidden agendas that Vault-Tec hides will seem to remain that way. For now, the true purpose, aside from twisted torture, will remain one of Fallout's greatest unsolved mysteries. Is Opeg the Ghoul whale real? Post-apocalyptic America is home to many monstrosities. As such, tales of the inexplicable and unexpected should be expected. One such legend that has spread across the Commonwealth is the mystery of Opeg, a ghoul whale said to roam the irradiated sea. While the existence of a ghoulified leviathan might seem like pure fantasy, the potential existence of such a creature, at least in the in-game world, raises questions that continue to intrigue players. The story of Opeg can be overheard by a pair of caravan guards at Bunker Hill. The tale speaks of a massive ghoulified blue whale haunting the waters of the Boston Harbor. While such tales could be dismissed as mere tall tales told to keep children away from the water, they have prompted much speculation among fans, even leading to the full documentation of Fallout 4's waters. Could Opeg exist? Well, we know that she's not in Fallout 4 at least. But could she exist in the in-game universe? And I don't see why not. The Fallout universe is no stranger to bizarre mutations and the unforeseen consequences of nuclear devastation. Aquatic creatures like mirelurks and fog crawlers already exist in Fallout. I don't see why a ghoulish whale couldn't be patrolling the waters either. However, it is important to note that, for now, Opeg's existence is rooted in legend and hearsay, as currently there is no concrete proof of the creature's presence. The legend of Opeg remains as just that, a legend. Why is the glowing sea still glowing? A vast irradiated expanse in Fallout 4's Commonwealth, the glowing sea is a haunting reminder to the lasting impact of nuclear Armageddon. Yet this massive radioactive zone, lingering centuries after the Great War, still remains a subject of speculation. The glowing sea is a desolate region characterized by its scarred terrain, enormous crater, and roaming mutated creatures amidst the irradiated ruins. What truly sets the glowing sea apart, however, is its luminescent aura, casting an otherworldly glow that defies explanation. A burning question for many, though, is why is the glowing sea, a remarkably intense and enduring source of radiation, still so irradiated? Nuclear fallout, at least when using real-world science, typically diminishes over time, and after centuries, the intensity of the glowing sea should have decreased considerably. And, well, maybe it has. Maybe 100 years ago, the glowing sea was a lot worse. But we can never be sure. And so, this has led to some theories about the glowing sea's perpetual radiation. Perhaps there is some large undiscovered cache of unstable radioactive materials hidden away in secret military installations. The slow decay of these materials could sustain the radioactive energy that covers the region. Alternatively, maybe some supernatural force, like Adam himself, fuels the region's radioactivity. Or maybe the region is home to some sort of unique geological composition that amplifies radiation, allowing it to persist even when logic states it should have dissipated long ago. However, despite a variety of theories, the true cause of the area's sustained, intense radioactivity remains a mystery. What happened to the original Mechanist? This is a quick and silly one. Scott Bean Walensky, hailing from Canterbury Commons in the capital Wasteland, took on the mantle of the Mechanist to combat his arch-nemesis, the Antagonizer. Armed with his unique laser pistol and robot companions, the Mechanist, with the help from the Lone Wanderer, would become a beacon of hope for those living in the humble trading town. However, in Fallout 4, with the Automatron DLC, came someone new to take on the Mechanist title. This has led to the obvious question, what happened to Bean? What happened to the original Mechanist? Now, of course, one of the options during the Superhuman Gambit side quest in Fallout 3 is to exterminate the Mechanist, so him being defeated at the hands of the Lone Wanderer could always be an outcome. But what about the other scenarios where the Lone Wanderer keeps the Mechanist alive? Again, I ask the question, what happened to Bean? Well, some speculate that he continued his quest for heroism, venturing beyond Canterbury Commons and eventually even the capital Wasteland to help those in need. Other theories suggest that the challenges of the Wasteland might have taken their toll, either leading Bean to hang up his helmet and suit for good, or the man perishing to a grimmer fate. Regardless, the fate of the Capital Wasteland's mechanist will forever remain a mystery. Who won the second battle of the Hoover Dam? Few events in the Fallout universe carry as much weight as the second battle of the Hoover Dam in Fallout New Vegas. The battle culminates in a high-stakes showdown between four influential factions: the New California Republic, Kaiser's Legion, Mr. House, and an independent New Vegas led by Yes Man. Each faction brings its strengths, ideologies, and resources to the table, setting the stage for a clash that would shape the future of the Mojave. One question since the release of New Vegas, however, has been, who is the canonical victor? The New California Republic, with its organized military and expansive territory, boasts considerable manpower and resources. Their dedication to democracy and government could potentially provide stability and order to the Mojave. On the other hand, Kaiser's Legion, with its iron-fisted rule and military prowess, commands a fearsome presence. Their brutal tactics and strict hierarchy could impose a different form of order on the region, albeit at a heavy cost to individual freedoms. Mr. House, the reclusive visionary controlling the New Vegas Strip, wields advanced technology and intricate schemes. His efficient Securitron army and economic power make him a formidable contender to snatch victory from the clutches of the NCR. House would seem to offer a tightly controlled oasis amidst the chaos of the wasteland. And perhaps the biggest underdog, the independent New Vegas under the guidance of Yes Man, represents a sort of wild card. This outcome, of course, relies heavily on the courier's actions leading up to and during the battle. The potential for progress, chaos, and even anarchy make this outcome an unpredictable one. The lack of a definitive answer as to who the victor of the second battle of the Hoover Dam is has led to debates and discussions even over a decade after the game's release. And until a New Vegas 2 comes out, if it will ever come out, the true canonical fate of the Mojave will forever remain one of Fallout's greatest mysteries. And that wraps up 10 more of Fallout's greatest mysteries, from nameless random encounters to the uncertain motivations of the Zatans. The world of Fallout is no stranger to the unknown. If you do have any other theories or more mysteries that you want to see me discuss, let me know. But that's all from me today, folks. Thanks for listening. If you liked the video, be sure to share and subscribe. Have a good rest of your day. Cheers.
Tell me you've got good news.
Don't worry. The Courser's dead. You're safe.
That is good news.